Hi, I'm keen to introduce you to Tim Vieira of Brave Generation Academy. He's coming to us from Portugal, where I first met him. And Tim and his team are developing a really intriguing hybrid model for educating kids age 11 to 19. We're going to dive in today to learn more about their approach, what's unique, and how parents and kids are really their greatest advocates. Over to Tim.
Great. So I'm Tim Vieira, originally from South Africa. You'll get that accent immediately. I'm living in Portugal in Cascais, which is about 30 minutes outside Lisbon, a beautiful area of the world. Fallen in love with it, loving it. And then, yeah. So what do? I used to do quite a few things, mostly in investing in startups, etc., as an angel investor, and then mentoring and guiding these companies, hopefully to success, which is very difficult. And I've had two of my own startups previously that grew and were successful and did exits on. And now I've decided to do my third one, and it's definitely the one that I'm most passionate about, and it's the one I think that my whole life has prepared me for. Everything I've done, and it started out of a need, Brave Generation Academy, a need that I'd done some travels with the family, got back here, put my kids in traditional school, and just thought there had to be something better when I asked them, how's school? Oh, okay, how's school? Okay. And I just felt like there had to be something else. And that's when Brave was born. I used my own two kids as guinea pigs. They sort of survived and started thriving. As they started thriving, they attracted other kids to join, and other parents started to become interested in Brave Generation Academy. We officially launched last year with about 19 students in September, and it grew to now over 600 kids registered now. So it's really grown. It's at 23 hubs, and will be 32 within the next month. And it's just been really organic, but at the same time, it's just made sense, and it's been simple enough to scale because we really just concentrate on the learner. That's been our motto. We do only things that will help the learner, that will take anxiety away from learners, give them empowerment. And we do a lot of little things that make big differences. And I
And
think that's what's really different.
you do. I have been fortunate to check out some of your BGA Brave Generation Academy hubs in Portugal. Tim, tell me or tell us, what is the format for BGA? What's special about the way kids are learning at BGA?
Yeah, so we decided to obviously, do a mixed age learning, and we take kids from around 11 through to 19 years old, depending, where they are with their A levels, etc. And then we decided as well that we wouldn't build a school, but we would find interesting places that we could put in a BGA, which is normally around 100 to 140 square meters. And that's in there, we would have two really inspirational coaches. Okay. And then the kids would come through. It's open from 8 till 6 every day. We decided to throw away holidays, so it's open all year round. We close 2 weeks at Christmas time, 1 week at Easter time, but it's open all year round, and you actually go on holidays when you want to. And then kids start to work out their own study plan of when they want to write exams, when they want to get done, what kind of subjects, etc. And that works on a platform that you come to a hub, you turn on your laptop, start doing your work. We know where you are. We call it the timeline. We know that if you're in the red or in the green, every Monday you sit with your coach, you see where you're in the red or in the green, and basically you start to get empowered to do stuff. And we're able to do more subjects. We're able to really let you go at your own pace, so you start to master, because after every 25-minute lesson, more or less, you do a quiz. You got to get 80% to go to your next lesson, and then after 6 lessons you do like a core test. So we know that you're learning, and you feel confident you're learning, and there is no pressure from other kids going faster, slower. You're all going at your own pace. And then we use the learning coaches really to, in a way, get other kids to help other kids. So they become experts at finding one kid who's good at maths that can help another kid that's good at maths. a kid that's really good at a sport to get a kid who doesn't go to sport that much to try it out with him. We just had a kid that just won, like one of the Portuguese golf open now, and he's taken, I don't know, really a dozen kids with him to play golf, and 2 have stayed with him. So that's great. There's an experience. And then also the learning coaches connect them to what we call shadowing. So 20-hour experiences in the community where if it's a vet, an architect, whatever it may be, they get 20 hours with them and see if they like it. And if they don't, it's great because then they know they're not going that way. And if they do like it, then we start getting what we call bids, which are really just massive online open courses where we give them more information and they just become better at what they like and they, hopefully become an expert at it. We start young. We really do believe that if you start trying things and not just failing, but just getting experiences, you really do to start growing. And then the other thing is, if you don't know, if your friend doesn't know, we've got 17 full-time coordinators, teachers in the background of our platform that answer your questions on the forum. And we'll have a one-to-one with you. We'll actually explain, but it actually doesn't get to that much. We always think, oh, that would be, used a lot. How's that going to work? No, people help people. They overcome. When you've got time, you can always go back. You watch the video one more time. You start to understand it. You do it, etc., and you start to master it. So those are things that we've changed. Obviously, you can come in at 10 if you go surfing in the morning. As long as you're on your timeline, we don't really worry. Okay.
So you get self-directed. It's sort of self-directed. It's hybrid. So I know you've got accreditation in the US. You've got GCSEs for Europe and Portugal, and probably South Africa. So they have the actual credits, but you're also giving them that in-person collaboration, self-directed, which is like the best of both worlds, would you say?
Correct. So, like when we started looking at curriculums, we didn't want to, we always wanted like BGA to be able to give you more, not less. Okay. So we decided, okay, we'd go with the British international curriculum. IGCSEs and A levels are accepted worldwide. The US, over 850 universities actually on A levels give you first year credits. So it's really, really good. So we decided, okay, we'll use that, and that will be the way we move forward. But now slowly we're also incorporating our own kind of curriculums. We're with Brave and Beyond, where we launched now in September, which is to do really focusing on things that are relevant today and for the future, which is critical thinking, leadership, communication, all those kind of things, where we can also do it. And between hubs, they can work together and do things. So it really starts to prepare and really give you a CV for work if that's where you're going directly after school, because you might do that for a year. You don't have to go the university route, and if you do go the university route, you've just got extra skills, extra transcripts on your transcript. So there's a lot of benefits, and I think those are the simple things we're doing that really do make big differences. From the time where we thought, okay, our learning coaches are there all day, and you come in when you want, as long as you're on the green, no problem. All these little things that people say, oh, but it won't work. But actually, when you empower kids, they'll surprise you.
And I noticed that when I was there and speaking with BGA parents and also watching your videos, which I will share, your reviews from children and parents are off the charts. That's why you're growing exponentially.
Yeah, so it's really been our kids and our parents really have stood by it because they see it. We got parents that when they come to us, they're so worried and everything's it's like a sad story, and I see it over and over. And my kid's not prepared and he won't do it, etc. And then after, I always say they can't speak to the learning coaches for 2 months. So just get away from us. Let us work with your kid, because the learning coach actually spends more time then with the kid than they do. And then after 2 months, when we say, okay, you can come talk to us, they're almost like, wow, everything's going well. Don't worry about it. It's really good. We're surprised. We see the difference. And our kid's like, he's engaging and he's there and he's made different kinds of friends and he's just smiling, So I think that's maybe our biggest success story. Our success story on our first IGCSEs that we wrote, and we've got A levels now. We've rewritten IGCSEs as well. They were amazing results, but really because the kids were ready for it. And they also knew if it didn't go well, they could rewrite in 6 months, because we were able to write in May and then again October, November. So if you don't do well, just rewrite it, but you carry on with everything else. And I think that's like alone takes away a huge pressure that kids in traditional schools, it's almost like if you don't do well, you've got no future. If you don't do well, it's the end of the world. And kids just start, giving up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, just to thank you for sharing all of that. And I'm going to post links for all of your great content. Your idea that BGA is an ecosystem for testing and learning, other platforms, other programs, I think it's relevant with this group that's going to be gathering. I'm just curious for you to just say a couple things about that, of your openness to collaborate or to explore using this growing volume of students and mentors you're working with.
So, just like my kids were guinea pigs for us, I want all our kids to be guinea pigs for people that are coming up with great ideas, because I remember a few years back, I started something called Brave Entrepreneurs Club, and it really worked on the weekends, and it was growing. And I try to go to schools and say, listen, can we do this? Yeah. And it's just about making kids more entrepreneurial. Oh, we can't, it's too busy. We've already got too much on, and it's not something we're going to test. It's not this, et cetera, et cetera. So it just kills it, So we decided from early on, I even always said, our platform, we'll make it the best we can, but it's not our main focus, because there will be better platforms coming in the future, because there will be people that will come up with better, curriculums one day, better this, better that. And what we want to do is actually any kid who joins us, it's like a gym. You join us, and then if you decide you want to do CrossFit, great. You want to do weights, great. If you want to do aerobics, you can do it with us as well. But you'll pick the best ecosystem for you and what you really want to learn. And I think that's how we engage kids. That's how we make them grow. And then actually, it's the thing about a fish being a swimmer, and someone climbing trees. It's exactly that we want to do. And it's not easy, because we didn't want to fall into that trap that we start doing everything ourselves, and then we say we got the best and it is what it is. No, we actually just want to be a place. So we've got great learning coaches, a great space. We connected to the community, and then you can come and do your stuff with us. And you start to thrive, and we're happy, and your parents are happy, and communities start changing. So that's really where we want. And the other thing that we always wanted to do was make our school cheaper and cheaper every year, to the point where we could get it to become free, by using local sponsors in communities, etc. Where, again, we don't build schools. I get offered so many times, listen, we'll build a school and put BGA there. No, we don't want to pour new cement. We want to find old places. We at horse riding academies, we at golf academies now. We places that we can plug in middle of the city, outside the city. We got one that every kid who joins gets a chicken, because it's a farm. So these little things it's like in our DNA now, and we're trying to really keep it there. And I think that's the great thing about BGA. We've always got this in our DNA, but we really do become local. If you look at our Kilifi hub in Kenya, it's gorgeous. It's like colors and vibrant, and it doesn't even have windows. It's like open, and you've got stuff outside. Wildlife. It's amazing. You look at Namibia, the same kind of thing. Mozambique, it's in the city of Maputo, and it's a house. The kids feel safe. It's really nice. So I think that's those little things again. It's just working. And our ecosystem, it really is to plug in any ideas that there are. We'll try it. We can try it at a hub. We can see if it works there. We can go out to 30 hubs, and that's what's exciting at the moment.
Oh, you're brave. You are so brave, and it's written all over your model, your ecosystem, and I can't wait for more people to reach out, connect, hopefully bring more BGA into their worlds, or share their emerging platforms or programs with you.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. We really also want to help you, any way we can.
Your entrepreneurial spirit is such a good match for education. So thank you, Tim. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Hope. All right.